54, Mike. I got one.
A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
14. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Wilson.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, I'm coming. Tempo.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Shift.
Hey, watch that.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
All day, baby.
On second down, it's Carson, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This is Carson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Running for it. Here's Lynch. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
John Gunn. Lucky.
Now Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go, fellas. 280. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He's going to launch this thing way down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Switch.
They start the drive with Lynch. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the... Six.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line. 380.
Where's Mike? Check. Watch 54. Ready? Reload.
Mike's 5-4.
Now on 2nd and 16. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. When you don't see this often, a quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Tighten up. What?
Newton now to throw. Wright's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 13 yards out, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. On first down, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Alert, 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 alert. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello? And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Let's go.
He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. From the gun, here's Newton. Spins away. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
Block that. Right there. 54, right there. 54.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett. in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will shave one more off this lead. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
Let's go, let's go!
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Mike,
Now,
Mike
18 Gator.
D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal.
Let's go.
And an alley to run. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Let's go.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Gun. Ready.
What a spin. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Right there. 54, right there. 54.
They go play action now. Wilson.
Check.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Play action. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
I know he ain't got it.
Wilson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
19.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Quit talking about it and bring it. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Here we go.
To throw again, Wilson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton to the right side, and he's got more complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Mike's 5-4.
Watch the run.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
Hey, take your soft self back to huddle. Soft self back there, huddle.
After the sack on first down, Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Hey, 0-0-0.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Being chased out left. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Move 15.
Mike's by 4.
Now Wilson on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Gerald McCoy picks up his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Wilson, he's going to let it go. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards.
Go!
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Going the other way.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Mike 54.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Newton's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on third down.
And ordinarily on third down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice step.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown.
DJ Moore. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the